Hi and good afternoon everyone. I'm MaryAnne. Welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. It's wonderful to be here with you. Welcome to your Love Connection readings for the month of September. And welcome to the featured sign today of the beautiful, fiery, optimistic, Jupiter-ruled Sagittarius. One of my faves, as I've always said. Welcome new and returning viewers. I love and appreciate every single one of you. I am getting to the last few of the astrology featured signs for September, which excites me. And I am shortening the videos, which is one of the reasons I can do it in between work and everything else. And I know you know that if you've been watching me at all. So I'm excited. I'm very, very happy about September. We go into September still in the throes of beautiful Virgo sun season and the grounded, practical, nature-loving, organized, kind of detailed, Mercury ruled. So our minds are clear and they're, well, for a while, because we do have the retrograde at the end of the month. But that's not how September starts. So like a lot of other months, we start with one major energy and it can definitely change as life does, right? But it's good because when we know the main tricks of the trade as far as Mercury retrogrades are concerned, which are 1, just relax, 2, be flexible, 3, try to go on vacation at that time if you can. A lot of people are. It's a beautiful time of year to go. And if you get delays in your travel plans, double check things and then check them again. And even if you are delayed, you're on vacation, it's not like you're going to get in trouble. Just let it go. Enjoy. You know, the idea is to enjoy. Be careful driving and make sure that if possible, you know, if you have to get something like mechanical or, you know, technical, you want to hold off. But if you have to, you have to. It all works out anyway. These are just known, regular things that happen with the Mercury retrograde. And so that is happening at the end of the month. But we have a lot of influences coming in with Libra. We already have Venus in Libra through the 10th of September, and that's love, Sagittarius. That is relationships and love. And I know a lot of Sagittarius that happen to be with Libras because it's a beautiful combination of air and fire. And let's figure out what your highlighted connection is before I start rambling on anymore, because that's what I'm not supposed to be doing. I want to get to the heart of the matter, the 4 major categories for you as the featured sign and your highlight and every one of your relationships. It doesn't have to be the highlighted one. It's just one that Spirit needs to know or share with you something about that I don't know. I'm the, you know, I'm the conduit, I'm the messenger. So for you, beautiful, truth-seeking, adventurous, fun-loving Sagittarius, you have, take a deep breath, ask Spirit to please bring in the best and the most loving combination and highlighted connection for the highest good of all involved. Aquarius, it's not the first time. What a beautiful combination this is. I see it, and it's in my family, my sister and her husband, my sister the Aquarius, my husband the Sagittarius, over and over and over and over through the many, many years I've studied and been a guide and, you know, teacher of this sort of compatibility between the signs. It's beautiful. Air and fire. You're a mutable sign, Sagittarius. You like to try and do all sorts of things, but you're also very dedicated. You have an arrow that represents your determination as a mutable sign, and you're going to point that arrow and you will achieve whatever it is and whatever goal and whatever destiny that's pointing to, okay? Mark my words on that. You're all interested in higher learning and education of some sort. A lot of times there's the more taboo, religious and philosophical kind of interest for Sagittarians, which is why I love talking to them and just having them pick my brain, you know. And then there's the beautiful independence and the love of travel. I mean, you're half man and half horse, so there's the absolute innate need to travel and to expand your life and to see all sorts of things in life, you know, as a mutable sign. But also physically, you have an energy as that fire sign. So you're very motivated and very spirited and optimistic and all those things. And a lot of times, even the good energies have to come out. So exercise has always been a part of most of the Sagittarians that I've ever met. And maybe if it isn't, it's going to be, you know, it depends on where you are in your life, of course. But you might change your regimen of exercise. There's a lot of things because the first new moon is going to be on the 6th in September, and that is going to be in Virgo. So there's a streamlined determination with Virgo. You know, hard work, but also it pays off, and it's long-lasting results that are beautiful in all areas: relationships, family, work, body, soul, spirit. And then Aquarius is the water barrier, and we have Jupiter and your ruling planet, Sagittarius, and Saturn that have been in Aquarius the whole year. They are both in retrograde. In fact, by the time that the Mercury retrograde affects us on the 27th, we'll feel it beforehand. I guess there's 6, 7 planets that'll be retrograde. And then more of them turning forward by October, November, December, and then a couple in January, I believe. So yeah, time for reflection, absolutely, for all of us. And as I said, if you haven't, or you probably have gone several places, Sagittarius. I know my son has, he's a Sagittarius this year. But being safe, of course, and, just the adventure side is extremely appealing to Aquarius. Aquarians are sociable, loving, friendly, fair-minded, caring, very humanitarian type of sign. They also love their independence and their freedom, even within a relationship, which is why I think I see Sagittarians and Aquarians together. They get that. They allow each other to go off and do their thing, knowing there's still that commitment. Nothing's changed. They have complete faith and trust. And that's a huge essential thing for relationships. The water barrier really represents the information and the ideas and expression that's so important for the air element of the mind and such that Aquarian is. Beautiful opportunities are coming through because it's a very harmonious energy for you, Sagittarius, having that Jupiter there in the sign of Aquarius through the end of the year. So I'm going to now read the 4 major categories that has to do with this particular highlighted connection and every one of your connections, because I know you have so many. I have never met a Sagittarian that was not a sociable person, even if they stayed at home. They were still interacting on technology or whatever. And another thing about Aquarian and the Uranian aspect that's very strong this year and next, which is in the ruling planet of Aquarius, is their ability to really expand technology, medicines, all the forward-thinking new things that come down and can help the world, which is what Aquarians are about, working in a global sense, not just with a couple people, but vast, big groups, humanitarian things, philanthropic things, which is what you love as well. So it's a beautiful relationship to have. And I see it, like I said, often on all different realms of love. So it's really, really cool. The first category is going to always be in my readings, the overall energy that brought you to the reading at the beginning of September. If you were not able to watch your, late August, half of the month readings, you might want to check that, because it kind of are segues sometimes that lead into the new month, but not necessarily. You may resonate right away with this reading, or you may not at all. And I, like so many other readers, like to recommend that you watch your moon, rising, and also Venus placements, because sometimes they'll resonate more than others, or your sun sign. And we're so much more than just a sun sign, though the sun sign is imperative, and that's the month and the season we're born, right? So yes, then we go into Libra, which is the fellow air sign to Aquarius on the 22nd, when it then becomes fall, and just a whole new season, a whole new reason for making whoopee. That's words from a song from way back. Many of you would not know what I'm speaking of. But yeah, it's changing time, but it's good, and it feels like things are progressing. I mean, this year was really about trying to work through all of last year, and it's happening. And if you're optimistic and you believe it, it's going to happen even faster. So the overall energy bringing you to this reading, oh gosh, it's so beautiful. And not at all surprising, is the major arcana. I'm sorry, it's not the major arcana, I apologize. The 6 of Cups. So the 6 of Cups is, well, look at the color. It's pink. It's to me, it's about that happiness and whatnot. But it's our second chakra, the sensual, the sexual, the creative, the energies of, creative juices flowing and such in the second. And and relationships, once again, anything that's even remotely a part of Libra is Venetian ruled, right? As the planet of Venus, and love and money and magic and relationships and partnerships and and just feeling really good and opening our hearts. And you have the Six of Chalices. The Six is representing sentimentality. It definitely can mean someone's coming back from your past. And it doesn't have to be a romantic person, but a friend or somebody, you know. Often when we have retrogrades, even the shadow period, you're going to have people come back in your life you haven't heard from. I actually look forward to that. It's another thing I love about retrogrades. It's like, who's going to pop up this time? And sometimes it's quite surprising, but also beautiful, because then you can reminisce and remember and keep it moving or not. Maybe I've known too many people now that, you know, they rekindle a relationship after, I don't know, years. So it's an actual really, really beautiful sentimentality kind of card. The cups are the chalices, and the cups are our emotions and our feelings. And we got to have all of that when we're dealing with love of all types, right? And the ability to be nurturing and caring. And it could also represent the Cancer, Scorpios, or Pisces. And we do have the full moon in Pisces, Scorpio. So everything is just really synchronistic, it seems. I don't know why I said that, I apologize, but the Pisces energy will be extremely good for all signs when it's the full moon, because it is absolutely about love and healing and renewing, and also a mutable sign, also ruled historically by Jupiter. So really positive energy that way. And that's what the Six is representing. And the sixth house is just keeping the balance, everyday work-life things, you know, health, work, family, and so forth. Animals, pets. Might have a pet coming in, you know, rescuing one. I'm hearing that that's a predominant energy as well during this beautiful month. So yeah, that's a beautiful start. And if you don't know what this Sagittarius is, it could be someone from your past, and maybe you didn't even know he was a Sagittarius. Maybe you're just getting familiar with astrology. Or they have a moon placement in Sagittarius, which you've never known because their sun is something else. Moon is our emotions, and they're, you know, that's how we really, really connect with people, you know, in the deepest part of us. It's fine to have that outside, you know, appearance and personality traits and masks and, you know, sort of thing, but the real heart of us is the emotions of the moon. And when we connect on that level, it's kind of a very special thing. And you'll know it when you feel it. So the second category is the possible blessings or obstacles. Okay, now I'm getting frightened by this. I'm not going to lie. Because I've had 4 readings where this is the exact same placement, and I'm shuffling all along, in between, during. And I get it, Spirit. I mean, this is the Two of Swords. And so this is the air element. It's the Libra. It's the Aquarian. And we do happen to have, I'm recording this on August 31st. The moon is in Gemini until tomorrow morning early. It goes into Cancer. A lot of air energy, a lot of mind, you know, conversations, communications, connections, networking, you know, sealing the deal, if you will. But it looks as though for so many people now, and this is a general reading, but it doesn't matter. It's happened 4 times in a row in this position of possible blessings or obstacles. You have a couple of choices. You're at a crossroad. You have a decision to make. It could be in a relationship. It could be in a job. You have 2 offers. You have, you know, more than you could have imagined. You have 2, you know, homes to decide from to buy. I mean, the list goes on and on. But it does have to do with institutions as well. And that could be definitely doctors, making sure you're getting your checkups. If you're questioning one doctor, get a second opinion always. I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying, you know, it's always wise to get your annual checkups, right? And this could be indicative of that, but also institutions having to do with money. And Venus rules money. And we're in this, you know, Venus is in the sign of Libra, and it's fair and it's balanced and it's equal. And it's a blessing. And that new, somewhat fuller moon in the center will be the indicating decision for you, will be the culmination, I think, between the new moon on the 6th and the full moon on the 20th with Pisces. So write that down and let me know. I love to interact with all of you. And if you have not subscribed and you think you want to, I would love that. I would love you to come back. I love doing these readings, and I'd like to have as many people I'm doing to them as possible on the other side over there. So yeah, something's brewing, and just know they're crossed because When you take one away, it's the Ace of Swords. When you take the other, it's the Ace of Swords. It's strong, it's decisive when that happens, and it'll be okay. Both of them are good choices. Let's just put it that way. It's a positive, especially with that beautiful first overall energy of happiness, and possibly a few people coming into your life to make a decision on the romantic side. I don't know. It's hard to say. But you've got Cups now, and you've got the Swords. The third category is the category of finances. So yes, it's about your wealth. It's about how that's feeling. If you're feeling like you have enough, if you feel like you're worth what you're asking for, if you are, you know, thinking about your wealth and your health, your wealth and your what you eat, what you know, do for exercise, just overall well-being, balancing everything with this energy of Libra, you know, and keeping it right so you can be healthy and strong and make the money you want. So for you, you have, it's beautiful, the Two of Pentacles. And this is neat because I have had a couple of readings, though this particular card has been in this position for 4 of them. There were a couple of readings that did not have Pentacles, but you do, Libra. And not only that, you have the Two of Pentacles. And this is about balancing your resources, your everything basically, but being practical. And when it's under this sign of the category of finances, it's about knowing that you're going to make the right choices. You're going to make the right investments. You're not going to overdo it. You experience what everybody else did. You know, I think I've known a lot of Libras that, and I certainly have been that, where when I had my children in the house, I had a lot more debt. Let's just put it that way, because I couldn't say no to them. You know how we are. You know how it goes. Mothers, fathers, we're all alike. That's just a part of what I was doing. But that changed. And they're doing amazing, and they don't come to me for money. And so I am responsible for my income and have been for a long time, and I choose to be comfortable. I don't need nearly as much as I used to think I did. And I absolutely feel like comfort and peace. And I'm a Libra, by the way, so this is what it's showing. And you've got the ships coming in that have possibilities for more growth. And as long as you're taking care of it and being very careful of how you invest it, it's going to keep coming, because it's showing you got this under control and you feel at ease, you know. And when you don't feel worried or concerned or stressed, you don't build those blocks of energy to allow things to come in. And it's on, it's beautiful. And you're approaching your, you know, your solar return birthday season, Libra. And so that's phenomenal. And this is Aquarius, which is great because Aquarius really focuses with and derives the same energies and, you know, beautiful benefits, if you will, that may be coming through for all air signs now. And so I love that. Well, the final category, we've got the Cups, we've got Pentacles, and the Swords. So you've got this beautiful balance happening. And, you know, that is what you represent as a cardinal sign too, Libra. Is this ability to, I'm sorry, I keep bringing up Libra, and that's only because there's so much energy that way. I apologize. It's not a reading for Libra, but Libra keeps coming up because we're entering in, and there's a lot of elements, a lot of planets, excuse me. Mercury went into Libra. Venus has been in Libra. Mars will go into Libra. Fire, okay? That's very conducive for the Sagittarian because, you know, Mars is fire. It's spirit. It's energy personified. Like, you just have so much energy when you have that. And when it's Libra, it's energy about making things fair and balanced and equal. Okay, so that's phenomenal. And, you know, it's interesting, Sagittarius, one of your known tarot cards that represent you is the Temperance card. So there is another form of balance, but that's even more, it's more internal. It's more of an alchemy, like changing water to wine, changing our internal, you know, feelings and energies so that it then affects everybody and everyone outside, you know, the ripple effect, the cause and effect, the give and take, the so above, so below energy is what that is. So yeah, it feels wonderful. And then of course, fall represents the exact, you know, amount of light and darkness for every day versus how much light we've had in the summer, which is changing. You can see it every day. But this is a good reading for you, Sagittarius, and certainly for Aquarius in all of your relationships of all different signs, because you got a mix of all of them, which didn't surprise me. I know you guys know a lot of people. I understand that. It's what makes you happy. You know, you're a social person. You get out and do things. You initiate, you help people. So the final category is blessings and wishes. I'm sorry, surprises and wishes. Ooh, and you have the King of Swords, baby. Oh, there you go. There's the whole Libra thing again. I don't know why I kept saying Libra, and I was like, I'm embarrassed. I'm sorry. Well, that was a couple of readings ago. But here it comes right back. And it could definitely be the Aquarian highlight, of course. It's all three of the air elements, depending on what's working in your life. But once again, the Queen is the more mature, as the King is, and it doesn't matter the gender. But it's about the ability to be in touch with our feminine side, whether you're a man or a woman, and have the dualities more balanced, like everything else. That is a continual balancing act for all Libras, and that's being spread upon the world right now. And certainly in the relationship category, but something very, very beautiful, something strong, something, maybe a new idea about some kind of, I don't know if you write, Sagittarian, or I'm not Sagittarius, I don't know, but it's definitely catering to words and expression and the positive outcome of the right conversations with the right people. You know, this is a straightforward energy. It's not about mincing words, and you're not that way either, Sagittarius. You're very, very authentic, and you're almost like a child, because you're not always known for being diplomatic, but it's because you're not a phony person and you don't sugarcoat things, and I love and appreciate you for that. I truly do. But nevertheless, you know, the air energy of Libra likes to be diplomatic and, you know, and considerate of others, and that's important. I like being around that. I hope you do. And so, yeah, some wonderful surprises coming up, and it could be the Aquarian Jupiter aspect working in your favor. What did you have in mind? What do you want to start? What is it that you need to speak to or speak of? Because it's really coming through, and it could be through technology. You could be starting a YouTube channel for all I know, and you'd probably be amazing. And I could learn a thing or two from you. So, absolutely beautiful. You do have two swords, so this Aquarian energy is very, very a big part of it, or air element energy is very much with you, and you may absolutely have that in your chart as well. But let me finish your reading now with your two oracle messages that are really important, because they're the divination that bring to us our upliftment and our guidance and love that's just pure and straight from the heart. It's a consciousness that we're all connected to. And these are a beautiful deck called the Motivation Manifesto cards. And they just have sayings and, you know, phrases and, you know, little quips that are very, very, I find, inspirational. And I hope you will as well. So for your beginning of the month reading, Sagittarius, in all your relationships, your message is: we must be conscious and responsible for our beliefs and behaviors if we are ever to be free. I just read this, I think, for Libra. I kid you not. There's a real connection. I think a lot of you, regardless of the Aquarian energy, you're with Libras. Small and short. Please let me know. Just feel free to just send me a comment. I really know if this is, because, you know, Spirit works through me, and is so I read intuitively most of the time, and I feel like there's some really strong indications for this. But it's beautiful, and it's so true, because that's how you think anyway. You know, you're all about truth and, you know, and higher learning and that sort of thing, and spreading that sort of thing. So we must be conscious and responsible for our beliefs and behaviors if we are ever to be free. Be accountable, man. If we say something that's not exactly right, just say it. I didn't really mean that. My bad. And let's keep it moving. Right? And it's all good. And it's very good for you as far as your energy goes. So we're going to finish with your super attractor manifestation message, where you can manifest any kind of life you want. You're manifesting every moment of your life, so why not make it exactly what you want? And you do that by feeling it. And my gosh, you know, as a fire sign, Sagittarius, you got what it takes. You got the gusto, you got the passion, you got the optimism, and you have the trust. So those are the ingredients in the pie necessary for a beautiful life that you can manifest. And your message in closing today is beautiful. It has the pink and the orange for the second, the sensual, you know, creative juices flowing and sensuality. And, you know, what better way to live life than enjoying all the senses? You know, that's what we have, and that's ours to keep. And we can fully enjoy them or not. That's always our choice. But I prefer to. So you've got the pink and the orange, which is this root chakra, and the passion, basically passion. Your message, however, says, when I'm grateful for what I have, I can feel good along the way to what I deserve. Simple, sweet, and very, very, very appropriate. Very appropriate. Well, I love this reading, and I really, like I said, feel really good about September in general. So come on back for your mid-month readings, because I'll be excited to read that for you and let you know how things are transpiring and moving along. And dare I say, before we know it, it's going to be, you know, the holidays. So enjoy yourself until the next reading, and take especially good care. Okay? Thank you for your time. Bye for now.